So many January 1st and even some March 1st releases from LEGO were just revealed by JB Spillwarren, so let's take a look at them. The first of which is a new LEGO Marvel mech. Yeah, you thought LEGO was done with these Marvel mechs. Nope, we have one coming out January 1st, which is a $15 Miles Morales mech. I have no interest in this mech, even if it tries to differentiate itself with those shoulder pad parts. Thinner legs and a tile with a print in the middle. The only thing I want to get in here is the new Spider-Man 2099 minifigure, which is different from our most recent variant from the CMF series for a new face and torso print. This is our second one based off the comics, the other one being in 2019, which also didn't have any leg printing. You also get the new Miles Morales, which is found in the Daily Bugle release from this very same wave. Then there's another mech set of Spider-Man versus Doc Ock. This one's weird because you have like an MCU Iron Spider-Man mech, but the minifigure is just a regular Spider-Man. You could have thrown in that really detailed one that came in the boring bust set, but nope. Just boring old Spider-Man found in this set and so many other sets. However, there is a new Doc Ock, which has a new torso and face printing. I actually really like how it looks aside from the lack of leg printing, especially that face print. And then you have Ghost Spider, the same version that's found in like a billion other sets. That's going to be $30 with 315 pieces. I guess it's our first Doc Ock mech since that 2021 one, which was also against Spider-Man. This one actually looks better than that set, admittedly, but it still isn't something that I would buy. Then there's a new Buildable Groot, kind of a twist on the 2022 I Am Groot set. This one being based off the Ravager jumpsuit from the end battle of Guardians of the Galaxy 2. So it is distinct from that version. You have the bomb from that particular scene, and it's 604 pieces for $60. But, I mean, I personally really would love to get Guardians of the Galaxy 1 Buildable Groot, like minifigure scale and everything there, which I don't think we've gotten since, what, the Nowhere set way back in the day? This just feels a bit repetitive in my taste, but hey, it's 4 years since that I Am Groot set. I like how they have details like the zipper, which is seemingly like a tile print that looks pretty interesting. Though if you're a stickler for stickers like I am, notice a couple stickers on the outfit for Groot and also for the time on the bomb right there. While Marvel might not be that interesting, there's two city sets that were revealed, and one of them is my favorite reveal of this whole batch. It's this police train heist. This is a very interesting idea of a train heist, which even has like a little exploding play feature, and it is a motorized train. I actually like the helicopter that's going on here, like the roundness of this cockpit area and at the back here as well. Makes it for a pretty interesting helicopter. The Cobra on the tail might be a little bit too much though. I wish that was a bit more grounded, but hey, it's LEGO City. What do you expect? This is a kid's set. But yeah, I'd probably build this without the police insignia and everything there. I'd rather just have a generic train with this shaping because I really like how that locomotive is built in particular with that boxy front and everything there. The thing is, this is a $200 set for 1,313 pieces. So it's not a great price per piece ratio, but it does include a full track. It does include the remote control, so you got to factor in all of that. But yeah, I could see me picking this up down the line, but probably not on release. There's this new F1 LEGO City set for the other set of the two that were revealed. I don't really care about this. I mean, this blends in with the F1 releases that came out for City last year. I will admit that it is a good price. Disney has an interesting set with this Doug and Kevin set. This is $60. So that's a good price per piece ratio with 628 pieces. The design for Doug is pretty adorable. I almost wish they used a different styling of eyes there where it almost looks a little bit too basic for the cartoony eyes of the character from the film, but it's not a big deal. Love how they built up the fur using those pizza slice tile pieces, and I really like how we have the cone, which is seemingly like paper or probably like a cardboard piece or something like that. Also help me out in the comments, what piece is the nose? The design of Kevin is actually really great too. The problem of the eyes is a little bit less prominent here because at least there's some color there, but once again, I kind of wish they just had a specialized eye print to match the design from the movie. But then again, I do acknowledge that might look a bit uncanny for these two. The rest of the build is simple but very effective, and there's this My Adventure book, which you can see inside that looks like an updated design for Carl. I wonder if we'll ever get an updated minifigure for the character. I think it's a good price for $60, and yeah, I'll probably pick this up because I am a fan of the Doug character, especially. I think he's freaking adorable. The other Disney set is a Flowerpot for Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas, which gives us our first Sally mini doll. An interesting take on the character that I know when the character was first revealed as a minifigure, a lot of people were like, yeah, I want a mini doll for this character. So I wonder if we'll ever get a Jack Skellington mini doll. For now, though, I think that mini doll looks great. I like the Flowerpot, actually, where it says Deadly Nightshade on there, which seems to be a nice new print. There's a bit of a graveyard going on there for the base design, where one piece really makes me want to get this set, which is the Jack-o'-lantern headpiece for the first time in a darker orange. That is very interesting. We usually get that in a brighter orange, and I love that piece in general. The flower itself doesn't look too bad too. I like the leaf piece right here with these very exquisite prints, but knowing how Lego turns out, it'll probably end up being a sticker. I never care for these flowers from Lego Disney, but this is the first one that genuinely captures my attention. It even opens up to reveal a little bit of an interior house design. Notice a new print for the cat, which has a pretty funny smirk going on there. And the design even has a look at a specialized Jack Skellington, but that looks too detailed for a mini doll. Though with so many sets being great values from 2026, this one's actually really overpriced. It's $50 for 346 pieces, and it really shows. This should have been like a $30, maybe $40 set. As for Star Wars, there's another buildable BB-8, which is really embarrassing when you compare it to the last buildable BB-8, this one from 2017, which was $100 for 1,106 pieces. That's a much bigger size and a much bigger piece count than this one right here, which is $90 for 569 pieces. Yes, this new one looks smoother, but wow, Lego, you're really overcharging for this small build right here. It's just disrespectful to consumers. I like that you have the thumbs up still, and I like that this is rounder, sure, and it looks like there's some nice prints, but yeah, this one's a highway robbery. I don't know what you're thinking here, Lego. Comes with a collector stand with a BB-8 minifigure. That's seemingly updated. There's this midi-scale Venator, which is a generic one and not Anakin's like the UCS set. This is going to be $80 for 643 pieces, which is also a pretty bad price if you ask me. This scale doesn't really interest me for Lego Star Wars, which means this next set doesn't really interest me as well. A $65 525 piece AT-AT or AT-AT. And then finally, there's Ninjago, which has a $130 Legacy Lloyd's Titan mech. This is kind of crazy to see that ice season of Ninjago remade into Legacy. Like, that came out in, what, 2019? This is what our first physical Groom Facts, which the design has a really cool recolor of that Frost helmet from those series of sets. Now you have what's seemingly like a blue base. I really love how that came out. The Lloyd figure looks great, even though it's Lloyd ZX and it's a Season 11 set. And that's the Master Vice Hibernus, which is a great figure to get. I personally didn't care too much about the Titan mech itself. It's just not a build that was really appealing to me. I'm very mech'd out, so only a few mechs really stand out to me. I think it looks great, and I do think the price at $130 is great. It's just not a set that I'll be getting. This time, the wings form a shield. Last time they transformed into a flyer. Funny enough, I think I'm probably going to be getting this 4+ Lego Ninjago set. Or more specifically, one minifigure inside here. This is the $20 170-piece Jay's Dragon Mech Fight. The design of this has such a cool minifigure here with this mutation monster. I love how they have the big fig head on that figure. That looks amazing. So I just want that figure right there. I don't really care about that dragon mech that's going on there. I mean, the minifigure for Jay is cool. I guess the rest of the mutation monster is pretty cool as well, but I like the uncanny minifigure. The new Dragon's Rising box actually looks pretty cool with that cool art of the Source Dragon of Life in the corner. But yeah, that's it for this batch of January sets that were revealed. I'm sure there's more reveals coming soon for different themes. I'm crossing my fingers Sonic is pretty soon. Subscribe here for more LEGO news and let me know which is your favorite of these sets. Like I said, my favorite is that train. I'll see you later. Seriously, you liking, commenting, and subscribing helps so much with the rough algorithm. Peace out. Bye.